If you're just now getting into Vanguard, these are the products for you. Welcome folks to today's video. It's been a while since we've been in this angle, to be doing a pack opening, box opening, something kind of opening for Vanguard. And so we got 3 new trial decks. Normally I don't really do these kind of videos, especially not for trial decks, looking at what's inside. But I thought that, this is literally the best product right now for new players to get into the game until at least October when the Majesty Lord Blaster set comes out. And I thought that, it's probably a good idea to just go through it, say which cards are actually good and why these products are so worth it. Because unlike old trial decks, for those of you Zero players that used to play like before G and stuff like that, trial decks these days come with a lot of good stuff. And so you can see the contents here on the back. So you basically get like 4 perfect guards, you get like the main grade 3 you see here, Chronojet Dragon 4 times, all that good stuff. And so, all of these trial decks come with the same kind of content, of just having every necessary card. And so that's obviously very, very good. And so we're going to open up all 3 of them. We're going to go in order. So basically start with Chronojet, finish with Asha. In terms of these decks myself, I'm actually building Asha as a full deck. And then depending on what I pull from my boxes, I might build Altmile, but we'll see about that. But Chronojet, I do like Chronojet, but I'm building too many decks, so I don't think I want to do that. But in terms of if you're a beginning player, I really recommend these decks, especially if you have some friends that also want to get back into the game or get into the game, or you want to get them into the game. Just pick up these 3. You also get extra perfect guards by buying 1 copy of each trial deck. You get an extra perfect guard for each, and so that's very nice. So draw perfect guards, so you can change your grade 1 perfect guards out. And of course, another nice thing is that, like for example, this deck is very easy to upgrade. You just need to buy the next stage set, and then you actually get the whole deck completed. This one you need some stuff from previous sets, but only like a few cards. And then for Asha as well, you need a couple of stuff from old sets, but mostly you just need to open the next stage. So it's really easy to build full competitive versions of all 3 of these decks just from opening 1 pack, which is very nice. But even just these trial decks on their own are very strong, and we're going to go through what's inside them to see why they are so strong. So let's get this open right now, and I'm just going to get some kind of a knife. And you can't really see it because my camera is focused in so much, but this is my G-Next playmat with Chrono. You can see Tokuha here and Shion. But we're just going to start off with Chrono's side here. So let me get the old reliable gunpla knife here. It's always a good thing to have in these kind of times, so you can still kind of preserve the box to some extent. Just get the tape off. That being said, I don't really hold on to these boxes anymore. I used to be a huge hoarder in the past, but kind of stopped. But if you need to see the contents again of what's inside, we're going to go through them, so I'm not going to focus too much. But you do get some nice stuff. You get a quick shield, playmat, all that kind of stuff, as well as the new double-sided gift markers, which is very nice. So let's smash this open and see what's inside. There we go. So here you have, of course, on the back, you have your first guide as well as playmat. All of them will come with this, so you can give that a read through. The playmat is nothing special, sadly, so that's, something. And then inside here, we have the actual trial deck, and just like before, in the past, you just slide this off and you get the protective casing off. So the special thing with these trial decks is that they come with 1 random foil card at the very back, but then some cards are actually guaranteed foil. So we're gonna see here, you get 3 guaranteed foils. So you have, oops, one of my Metallica Phoenixes slid off. So the guaranteed foil cards you can see here are Chronojet Dragon, Stroboscope Dragon, as well as the Gears Repeater. So Chronojet, of course, I'm going to go through some skills, but not all of them. Chronojet's skill is very nice. He basically lets you discard a card that adds up to the sum of grade 3 or higher, and then search your deck for a grade 4 card, write it as stand, and shuffle your deck. At the end of that turn, retire that grade 4 and ride him back. So you actually get 2 force markers in a turn, which is very nice. And then his other skill is on Vanguard and Vanguard Circle. When he attacks +1, he gains 5k power, and your opponent cannot perfect guard. So that's very nice. Or Sentinel, actually. So then we have Stroboscope Dragon. Pretty nice, spot retire. So at the end of the battle, you attack, soul blast 1, discard a card, and choose an opponent's rear guard, retire it, and your Vanguard is grade 4, draw a card. And then Gears Repeater is the not so good one. He's just like an on-call soul blast 1 to give him 5k. So of course Chronojet is a very, is the key grade 3 in this deck, so that's something we want to keep close by. But let's go through the actual contents. So we have 3 pieces here of Metallica Phoenix. Oh, if I have 3 pieces, that means he's my foil? It's a pretty nice foil to have, actually. So Metallica Phoenix doesn't really have many crazy skills. You just cannot ride him. But he's a grade 4 with triple drive. So I actually get to drive check 3 times. So you can use the Chronojet skill to search this card and ride it on top like this, and then attack with it, and then at the end of turn he retires and you ride Chronojet back up, so it's kind of there to emulate Stride in a way. So 3 Metallica Phoenixes, but I do believe that we get 4, so that'll be something to find later on. Then we have another 3 Chronojet Dragons, therefore making it into 4, so that's the main key card. And then we have Yarlaganda, so it's just a draw and gain power. We have our remaining 3 stroboscopes, so you get 4, which is pretty nice. So I'll just arrange this, I guess, just so we have everything in order. Then you get 2 10k vanillas with 10k intercept, so that's something new. And then you have Steam Fighter Idena. When she attacks while boosted, she gains 5k. So nothing too crazy, but you know, it's something. We have 3 more Gears Repeater. Put that back and put these in the stack. And then we have, I hope it's been focusing this whole time, Bearing Rover. When his attack hits, discard a card and draw a card. It's a pretty nice effect. And in the hand, when he would be discarded, he's discarded as a grade 3, so kind of like there to emulate Strike Fighters, which is pretty cool. That is actually quite nice. So we get 3 of him. Good effect. There's quite a lot of these kind of like discarded as grade 3 effects in this. Then you get 2 grade 1 Perfect Arts. Does that mean our grade 1 Perfect Art is going to be foil? I'm not sure. But yeah, so grade 1 Perfect Arts. They also have an additional effect. When you ride them, you can draw a card and discard one. So even if you ride if a Perfect Art, you still get slightly rewarded. And then of course our triggers, we get 3 of this crit, 2 of this crit, 1 of the draw Perfect Arts. So this is what I said is your like additional bonus if you buy all 3 trial decks. So it is a Perfect Art, but it's a draw trigger, therefore you have more space in your grade 1s to play other cards. Then we have 3 of these normal draw triggers, and then 3 of these normal heal triggers, and then we have the Quick Shield, which is a very nice thing to get in these, I would say. So these were a bit hard to get because during the virus, you know, it's hard to go to shops to pick them up, but this is basically like if you go second, you acquire this from your token pile, and it's just an extra 5k shield or a card that you can discard. So that's that, pretty nice. And then we have our 4th copy of Metallica Phoenix, 3rd copy of Yarlaganda, 3rd copy of Zarya, 3rd or 4th copy of Idena, 4th copy of the, what's he called, Bearing Rover, 3rd copy of the Perfect Guard, the Chronodran, which is our starter. So all starters have the same effect in the V-Series. When rolled upon, draw a card. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 1 or greater, put a Quick Shield ticket into your hand. So that's the card we just looked at. And then the remaining triggers, and then 1 order, which is the Power Rise Elixirs. These go in your main deck, whereas the Quick Shield does not. So this is just like a Canvas 2 to give a unit plus 20k. And then our foil is a critical trigger, which is actually a very good foil to get. A lot of people look out for these, so that's very, very nice. I'm actually very happy about that. I can, you know, maybe get rid of that to someone that may need it. And then they started doing these, which are double-sided markers. So on one side you get Force 1, on the other you get Force 2, which is very fancy. I've been waiting for these to happen. You know, you can sleeve them how you want, but if you don't sleeve them, then you can use them any way you want. So that's pretty cool. Good for beginners especially. So that's the Gear Chronicle one. It's very good. Basically the best cards are, of course, Chronojet. Metallica used as a 2 of. This is used as like a 1 or a 2 of as well. And then, yeah, this I think I've seen some people use as well, which is a good card. And then of course Perfect Arts. But for beginning players, this is a great way to get started. Honestly, very good product to just get your feet wet in the game. So let's get into Altmile. This trial deck has one of the most important Royal Paladin cards in Standard actually that we're going to take a look at. So this one, here's the back. You have the starter as always. And then the side, I didn't show the trial deck, so I didn't show the side of the Chronojet one, it's just Stroboscope. And then on the Asha one, it's the grade 2, what's her name again? Kera? I think it's Kera. Anyway, so let's get into the Royal Paladin one. I'm sure for people that know what are inside these trial decks, it's not very exciting, apart to see my reaction to the last card. There's nothing I really want as the last card either. I think I'm happiest actually with these. I nearly stabbed my playmat, Jesus Christ. That would be a crime for old card game players. So let's just crack this open and get it out there. Alright, let's take a look at what's inside here. So as always, first guide and playmat. No need to open that up. And then let's just crack this baby open. There we go, opens up nice and smooth. Put it away, unleash the beast, and take a look at what's inside. So our foils are very good actually. So we have Altmile himself. So Altmile, during your turn, if you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, he gets plus 15k, so if you used up your Cannon Blast efficiently. And then Cannon Blast 1, discard a card, and search deck for up to 2 grade 2 cards, reveal them and put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. So Cannon Blast 1 to basically plus 1, because you do discard 1, is very, very nice. and makes Altmile overall very good. Of course, the VR Altmile puts in some crazy work as well, but overall a good card. Then we have Livaro. So Livaro is the man that is, like, you buy this, if you're planning to build Majesty Lore Blaster, you buy this trial deck literally just for him. His skill is, when placed from hand, -1, search your deck for a grade 2, call to an open rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. If you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, you may Soul Blast 1 for his cost instead of Blast 1. So it's a super good card. It's literally just like Blast 1 or Soul Blast 1 just to call a card, a grade 2 of your choosing. And then we have the Mr. Felix. So he is, when he attacks or boosts, Soul Blast 1, bounce a rearguard another column to your hand, and he gets plus 5k power. So a 13k booster for Soul Blast, which is pretty nice, let's put it that way. So those are the foils, and then of course we have our remaining copies of Altmile. So it goes up to 4 as previously mentioned. Then we have some Unite Reet Dragon. When placed from hand, Soul Blast 1, call a grade 2 card from your hand to rearguard circle if you call draw a card. That's an okay backup grade 3. That's okay. Then we have our remaining 3 copies of Livaro. Livaro is, as I said, an amazing card. Absolutely amazing. Then 3 copies of the 10k Vanilla. So we get another 1, I believe, at the back. And then we have a Tedun. -1, Soul Blast 1, gain 15k. Good way to sync your Counterblast, I guess, for this trial deck. We have Epaticus. When you attack the Vanguard, gains 3k. So 11k attacker. You don't really see these much these days. And then we have our remaining copies of Felix as well. So Felix is pretty nice. He does Soul Blast, and then we have our grade 1 Perfect Guards. So we get 2 of this one here, we'll get a 3rd one at the back, and then a 4th draw Perfect Guard. And then Melodious Angel. Once per turn, combos 2, draw a card, and if you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, can charge 1. Pretty interesting, pretty interesting. Then we have 3 Eponas, 2 Flogels, 1 draw Perfect Guards. So the Isolt, of course, the 0 players will be familiar with. And then 3 more draws here, 3 heals here, and then we get to the dupes. So here we have Quick Shield, we put that away. Then we have the 4th copy of the backup grade 3, 4th copy of the grade 2 10k Vanilla, then 4th copy of Tedun, or 3rd, then Hepaticus, Perfect Guard. Looks like we have a trigger again, 2nd copy of Melodious Angel, the starter, which is Milius. Milius looks good. Very nice art. I really like this starter art, actually. He looks amazing. And then we have Epona, Flogel, the heal trigger, and the Power Elixir, and then, oh, it's a draw trigger. Okay, this is actually one of the worst ones you can get because nobody really plays draws in Altmile, so that's unfortunate, but still pretty good. And of course, the double-sided Force Markers. So that's pretty nice. Alright, let's put that away. So, good trial deck, as I said, good cards are Altmile, Livaro, very much so. It's an amazing card. And then, yeah, Felix is quite good too. And then, of course, Perfect Guard. Perfect Guard. Draw Perfect Guard from in the trial deck is amazing. It's a very good thing to have. Power Elixir is played in some things. But yeah, so before trial deck, as I said, very good one to start out on. And then finally, we have the maiden herself, Asha. So we're going to look at Asha here. Asha is very good. I actually do need this trial deck for myself, you know, for the Asha standard deck. Because I basically have all the pieces from premium. So I'm just going to slide it all in to standard, play the deck while I enjoy it, and then maybe sell it. I'm not too attached to Asha, but I wanted to build something from this set, at least. So, chose to go the plant route. So, Asha Beginner's Guide, and the playmat as always. Make some space here. And then we crack it open. Ahsha. Very cool. And then we shall take a look at what's inside. So, of course, Unleash the Beast. And let's see, so we have the foils, which are Asha, Sela, and Dian. All of them are actually used, which is very nice. So Asha, of course, is very unique. We're going to have to take a little bit to go through her skill too. So, she is when placed, counterblast 1, call up to 2 plant tokens, so for new players that might be hard to understand, and she gets plus 10,000. And then, once per turn, Vanguard Circle, retire 3 rearguards and call an Asha's Flower Fairy token to rearguard circle. I will show you exactly what that is in a moment. Then, we have Sela. If you have a unit with the same card name as your Vanguard on your rearguard circle, this unit cannot be retired by card effects and gets 5k. So, very nice. Cannot be actually popped by opponent's effects, so that's a good effect to have. And then, counterblast 1, call up to 2 plant tokens, which is a good effect too. And then finally we have Dian. When placed, discard a card and draw a card, and your Vanguard gets, grade 3 Vanguard gets 5k power, which is also nice because of how the Asha Fairy token works. So let's take a look. I want to see if, where are the Asha Fairy tokens? I don't want to spoil myself what the cards are, but I want to show you what the tokens are because that's the very key mechanic here. So we have some tokens, but where's the Asha token? I want to see the Asha token. Oh, there it is actually, I already went through it. So let me show you what these tokens are. So basically, as you read through these effects, so for example, let's pull up Asha here. So when you use Asha's first effect, she can +1 and calls 2 plant tokens to rearguard circles, and she gets plus 10k. So what happens is you use her skill, and you call 2 of these ladies. So they basically just stay on the field. So they're 5,000 power, grade zeros, they don't really do anything. They're just there to be 5,000 power boosters. But you have a lot of effects that give them extra power and stuff like that, or retire them for extra stuff. And then there's the Asha Fairy Flower token. So this one actually has quite a wall of text, so let's take a look at it. So it basically says, this unit has the same card name as your Vanguard with Asha in its card name, so it becomes, you know, Ranunculus Flower Maiden Asha. And then rearguard circle, when he attacks, choose one of your Vanguards with Asha in its card name, and until end of that battle, increase or decrease this unit's power and critical to match that unit until the end of that battle. So basically, if you use Asha's skill here to give her 10,000, so that Asha Flower Fairy token will also be 23k. And if you give this a crit from like a, you know, your drive check, then that Flower Fairy token will also receive that extra critical. So basically just entirely copies Asha. So it's a very simple deck to use in terms of just like how to pilot it, because you just make these tokens, then retire them to call this, and then you just make it big and powerful. So you make your Vanguard big and powerful as well. So that's that. I just wanted to explain the mechanic before we go any deeper. So then we have 3 of the Asha. So then we have 4, of course, as you should, as is the standard for these trial decks. And then we have 3 + 1 of Orvel. During your turn, if you have a unit with the same card name as your Vanguard, your rearguard circle gets 10k. Pretty alright effect. And then we have the remaining 3 Celas, Keras. So those can go in the back. Then we have 3 10k vanillas. Very pretty art, actually. I think this artist has drawn other things. Nimoshi. Very pretty, actually. So we get 4 of those when it's in the back. And then we get 2 Maiden of Botfist. That's an interesting name. So, and then of course we have our remaining Dians. Dian is a good card. And then another good card that we have here is Maiden of Blue Lace. I think we get 2 of these. She's not used that much, but she's like alright. Let me just focus in on her. There we go. Once per turn, act, soul +1, call up to 1 plant token to rearguard circle, and this unit gets plus 5k power. So basically makes a token and gains some power, which is nice, I guess. So that's good. Momosmo Peach. When it boosts, we have 5 more units. Soul +1 to get 10. That's pretty good. And then we get 2 grade 1 perfect guards. So of course we get 2 more in the back. And then triggers, the crits, some draws, draw perfect guard. I do have double rares of these from premium. And then some heals, and then the quick shield. So let's take a look at what kind of dupes do we have here. So we have of course the grade 3. The grade 2 10k vanilla, the Botfist, another Blue Lace, another Momosmo, of course Ozu. Ozu is a very nostalgic starter for me. Her art looks amazing this time around too. Very pretty. Let's see if she focuses in. There we go. So very pretty, very good looking. Ozu is nice. And then our spare crits. Okay, so no triggers. Oh, the grade 1 is our foil. A bit unfortunate because we will not be using this, but you know, pretty nice still, pretty nice still. So I think in terms of foil luck, we definitely are luckiest in the Chronojet one. So yeah, these are the trial decks basically. So let me just align them real quick. So there you have it. These are the 3 trial decks: Chronojet, Altmile, and Asha. They're all very good starting points for getting into the TCG. And of course, you only need to buy one of them. That's the amazing part. Only one of them to have a full deck, which is very nice. And then you can upgrade it by opening packs from the next stage, which will be opening on Friday, on the release day, so that's gonna be very exciting. And yeah, so look forward to that. And of course I will have a video as well talking about better ways, you know, just how to get into the TCG, where to look for cards, where to buy them, you know, where to find resources and all that stuff. So look forward to that coming soon, very soon actually. So yeah, but on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this little trial deck opening. For the newer players especially, I hope you took something away from it. So yeah, on that note, that's gonna be it for me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.